Good morning, everybody. So today I want to tell you how Lazada is going to put a spotlight on your brands. So today we just saw a very interesting strategy, the 3 plus 3 plus 3. So I'm going to tell you how Lazada is going to put the spotlight on your hero products, on your core categories, and on your new arrivals, of course. Before that, if I may, I would like to share some reflections. So I first joined Lazada in 2014, that was 10 years ago. And the thing I remember about that time, I think a couple of things. Number one, that I look much younger than now. But that is okay because the spirit is still the same, so don't worry about that one. Number two, I really wanted to work in Southeast Asia because 10 years ago, Southeast Asia was the fastest growing internet economy of the world. Now, fast forward 10 years, it is still the fastest growing internet economy of the world. So that's very impressive. So it's very, very nice to be here. Let me give you some other coordinates. In Singapore, of course, 5 years ago, LazMall did not exist. And now look at us in this room. We are the biggest online shopping mall in Singapore. 4 years ago, the total penetration of online over total retail was only 5%, very small in Singapore. And in just less than 5 years, it's 3-4 times bigger than that. I think it's around 18%. And I would say this year, what is very, very exciting is that we are seeing a renewed interest from both the brands and the customers towards online. So we'd say, the question is, how's LazMall growing? And I'm going to tell you. It's growing very fast. We are growing 40% year over year. And we're registering very, very, very strong growth across the major key metrics of basket size, order value, and we have a very good increase in new buyers. So let's just talk a little bit about the new buyers. So I think the buyer that we have in 2023 is the most sophisticated, most exigent buyer we have ever encountered online, ever. This is why, after my session, after the awards, after the nice lunch, we're going to have 2 spin-off sessions, one dedicated to improve buyer experience from a logistic perspective, priority delivery, FBL, and so on and so forth. The other one to improve buyer experience from a campaign perspective. But what is it that the customer of 2023 want? I think they want one thing. They want to fully experience your brand. They want to know the story that is beyond the products, behind the products. And then, of course, they want to see the products. So again, they want to see your hero products. They want to understand what your core categories are. And finally, your new arrivals. So I realized very quickly that LazMall is very well positioned for this because LazMall is not your traditional retailer. What is LazMall? Essentially, LazMall is a collection of flagship stores that you guys own. A collection of excellent flagship stores. So I think it's about time that we put more emphasis, more spotlights on your stores. This is why I'm very happy to announce that this year we are tripling up on the number of brand activations that we're doing. So here you can see, of course, at the pinnacle of our brand activation, you have the Super Brand Days. So many of you, of course, are running them. This year we are running more brand days than ever. Then we also have introduced, towards the end of last year, scaled up this year, the LazMall Brand Day, which is proven to be very, very successful as well. Now, I just want to showcase what, in my opinion, were probably 3 of the most meaningful brand days, super brand days actually, that we ran this year. Clinique, Lego, and Huggies. Okay? And I also want to showcase the 3 plus 3 plus 3 strategy through these brand days. Okay, we start with Clinique. So Clinique SBD was extraordinary. But at the core of the brand day, we had a hero product, the Pink Honey Hummus Lipstick. I can tell you just one figure. It sold out in 10 seconds. So it was extraordinarily well received. Then Lego. So Lego focused on a core category, the building sets. And they crafted this very beautiful SBD around the Fast and Furious franchise. So they partnered up with Universal, and it was executed in the same month that Fast and Furious hit the theater. So it was very relevant to what the customer wanted to see and to buy. And finally, Huggies. So since I became a father, I'm probably one of their VIP customers. So with them, what we did, we used Lazada to do a new launch. So we launched together the Huggies Black Label. And Huggies has been very, very smart because not only they leveraged on our flagship store, but they put this product exclusive also for the Redmart business. So at Lazada, we also own the biggest online supermarket in Singapore. So this is a very, very smart way to leverage on both platforms. So these are 3 examples on how we can leverage our biggest activation, which is the Super Brand Day, to push hero products, to push your core categories, and to push new arrivals. Now, this is not the only thing we're doing. Of course, we saw it in Jason's speech before. There's many, many other elements that we can use to put the spotlights on your products. But here, I just want to highlight the ones that are considered more meaningful for LazMall. We just talked about the brand day right now. Another very important moment is the LazMall Brand Fiesta, which is the mid-month campaign that is getting stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger every month. Then we have Last Flash. It was Flash Sale, essentially. We rebranded it as Last Flash, and we have an extra section of it that is called Last Flash Extra. Very, very powerful to really push people towards your hero products. And finally, we have more and more and more brand-dedicated assets on the LazMall channel. So I could talk like half an hour about the assets, but let me possibly show you a little video that will tell a bit more about it.
Plug into the future of e-commerce to maximize your brand's visibility, driving exposure with LazMall's 3 latest seller assets: Brand Moments, coming up next, and Brand Floor. Within the LazMall page, you can spotlight your brand with Brand Moments, an eye-catching, dedicated space that will not be missed. Get featured ahead of time to build hype in Coming Up Next, a comprehensive calendar of campaigns for the month. Put your best deals forward and drive traffic to your LazMall store on the Brand Floor. Whether you're having a mega campaign, a product launch, or pushing promotional deals, LazMall's assets are here to help you amplify your brand moments at every step of the way. So start your LazMall journey today.
It's very small and sweet, but to the point. Many brands got excited by all this activation, and I'm happy to announce and happy to welcome more and more brands to the platform. This is just a snapshot of a few of the most remarkable ones, but of course there's many, many more that I also see in this audience that were able to join us today and are able to join LazMall this year. Just for a matter of space, we couldn't put them there. I just want to focus on 3 of them. I want to focus on 3 of them because I noticed a strong trend of more and more brands that are choosing LazMall as the platform of choice in Singapore. Meaning they choose LazMall as the main, as the unique marketplace to serve the Singapore customer. I'm going to talk about 3 of them. Lululemon, the king of athleisure wear, right? It's possibly one of the best brands in the world when it comes to athleisure wear. And they are in very, very fast expansion in Southeast Asia. And they decided to use LazMall as a platform of choice in Singapore. Supergoop. Supergoop is, I'm sure everybody's familiar with it. It's an American brand that is focusing on sun care, and is a brand that is endorsed by a crazy amount of influencers. They just did an event, they invited me to, it's amazing. I mean, everybody's supporting them. It's a very exciting brand. They also have chosen LazMall as the platform of choice. And finally, another activation that I'm extremely proud of, we partner up with the Richmond Group, which is the biggest luxury group in the world, for an activation that is around the luxury products. So even today, if you go on the app, you can shop from LazMall, Panerai, Jaeger-LeCoultre, IWC, and many other luxury watch. How cool is that? But in conclusion, I just want to say that my team, myself, we are extremely humbled by the support that we are receiving from all the brands here, and of course from all the customers, right? And today, I hope we will have a lot of meaningful conversation that will become plans, that will become actions, and hopefully the actions will become GMV. So thank you so much for having found the time to be here today. Keep on enjoying the day, and yeah, let's talk very soon. Thank you.
And thank you so much, Luca.